What's up, guys? This is Red Sea Gaming. Today we're going to go through the different controllers you can use for the new Street Fighter 30th Anniversary Collection for the Nintendo Switch. I was real curious about the input lag on different controllers, so I have yet to try out any of these controllers. The only thing I tried was the Joy-Con setup that was attached to the Switch. So right now I'm going to go through each one of these controllers. I got a different variety of controllers, from 8-bit Do to the regular Joy-Con setup with the grip and the Pro controller. And we're going to test them out for a little bit and see if I can tell a major difference. This is not going to be a full game review. It's just going to be my impressions on how the controllers work with Street Fighter 30th Anniversary Collection. It's easy to confuse the name of this game. But alright, so we're going to get right into it. First up, we're going to do the Joy-Con grip setup, which is probably going to be the worst way to play due to the lack of a D-pad. But hey, I tried it earlier. I was getting some moves done, but it didn't feel right. So we're going to test it out right now. Alright, here we go. Because I like the speed of this one. And I normally wouldn't play with the full screen on, but for the sake of the video, I put it on full screen. If you want to see how it looks without the full screen, you can look on YouTube. There's a bunch of videos that show the different borders that they have for every game, and where you can change the filters and everything. Now, it is confusing at first, getting used to the plus and minus. They're flipped. They are, the pause button is the minus button, and then the menu button is the plus button. Alright, so this is the Joy-Con setup with the grip. Mind you, I suck at this, so... Oh my god, he's beating me. Sometimes I just rather just go to the joystick, because I just hate the way the buttons feel. Oh my god. I suck, but this Joy-Con makes me suck even more. But there's no lag. Alright, Ryu. Okay. Oh no. Oh my goodness. Okay. I honestly just switched to the analog stick because I cannot do the little nubs, the little buttons. Can't do it. It's like I feel like I'm going back and forth between the two. When I try to pull off a move, I use the joystick. Really? Come on. Oh my god, I cannot do this. Oh my goodness. Ah. Oh. Alright, so now I'm gonna switch the controller. I'm gonna go to the Pro controller now. So we'll see. Alright, so that was a Joy-Con. It sucked. Like this sucked. I was switching between the two as the whole match was going on. It's doable, I guess, if you're forced to do it. If you take your Switch somewhere and you want to have, your friend play with you, and you only have those two Joy-Cons, it's doable, but it really it's really not the best way to play. But now we're gonna go to the Pro controller. I'll pick Ken again. Wait a minute, man. It's been a while. So, wait a minute. Oh, here we go. Special moves, obviously, I should know this, but it's been a while. It's the easiest thing ever. Okay. Oh my god, I suck. Oh my goodness. Oh my god, this is embarrassing. Jesus. Oh my goodness. Wow. I did worse with this controller, but it feels a lot better. The only thing I don't like about this controller is the fact that the D-pad is really elevated. I keep pressing the wrong button. Let's do it one more time. The D-pad is so elevated that trying to pull off moves is kind of like there's so much space in between the half circles that it doesn't feel like the fingers just slide off. Oh my god. Yeah, it's like I feel like with this controller, it's very serviceable, but if you're getting into some intense matches, your thumb is gonna be done with these blisters. Oh my god. Yeah. Alright. So that's the Pro Controller. Like I said. Alright, that was the Pro Controller. Overall feeling is it felt good. Felt a lot better than the Joy-Con. But since the D-pad here is elevated so much that it just, I don't know, I feel like I can't pull off the moves quite as frequently. But the bigger buttons, it helps out. The bigger face buttons. But the D-pad, having the D-pad as opposed to just having those buttons is a major upgrade. So far this is the way to play. So next I'm gonna go with the Super Nintendo 8-bit gamepad. So this is my favorite controller besides this one with the analog stick. So we're gonna do this one next. Alright, here we go. Oh my god, I keep pressing start. That's frustrating. Alright, so let's see. Let's change it up. Let's go with somebody else. Let's go with Blanca. I can tell you right now, this D-pad is a lot better. Oh, okay. Oh, wait a minute, let's see. Special moves. Rolling attack. Okay. Special move. Finally got my first win. Oh my god. Oh. Alright, so it feels way better, but let me go back to Ken, just so I can test the half circles and all that stuff. Ooh. Oh my god. I feel like I'm trying to do the moves and they're not working. Ooh, he just grabbed me out of nowhere. Oh my god. I don't like that. I don't like that. The controller is not the controller. Definitely not the controller. It's just me. I suck really bad. Oh. There you go. Let's go. Oh my goodness. Damn, does this sound hard or something? What the hell? Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness, come on, man. Come on, Ryu. Really? Wow. Ryu's the man. Alright, that's enough for this controller. Alright, so that was this controller. It felt really good. I just suck at the game. That's all. This is my first time playing this game. This collection, not this game. I played it before. I used to be really good, but anyways, that was this controller. So far, I really like this controller over the Pro controller. So now we're gonna go with this one. The only difference with this controller is the analog sticks, which I don't know. Maybe for some reason that might help me out. I might just use those to pull out the moves, but we'll see. All right, so I think we could change up the game Let's do turbo. It's almost the same thing. A few added things on there. So yes, I'm still doing this. Still hitting that start button. I just kind of want to choose the same character just so we can get a feel on what's easier to hit the moves with. Ooh. Like I said, this is very similar to the other one. Ooh. Oh my goodness. They like block everything. I mean, jump over every single thing I throw. I will get better at these games again. Stop kissing me. Oh. Wow. Okay. Ooh. Okay, I'm already dying here. I think what it is I'm focusing on the video and I'm not really focusing on the game. So it is what it is. I'm getting whooped. And you know what? Let me see something, guys. I'm pretty sure there's a practice mode that I could have done, which is this mode. Round stage. Alright. Now I won't get embarrassed. Alright. So this move feels like it's way easier to pull off with the analog stick. And this button has an R. This controller has L1 and L2, so it's just pretty much identical to the Pro controller, what you would get with it. But the D-pad is a lot better. Alright, so that's that controller. Alright, that controller was really good. Has added analog sticks, so it's very similar to the Pro controller. Pro controller has the offsetting analog sticks. This one's more similar to the PlayStation, the lower analog sticks right there, the even ones. So now we're gonna do these guys. Pretty much a little bit smaller. The analog sticks they almost are like the Vita's. The Vita's analog sticks. So we'll see how this feels. But the D-pad feels awesome on this one. And it also has L2 and R2 on top and the bottom. I mean on the top. Alright, and it lights up too, so that's cool. I actually like this analog stick a little bit better to pull out moves. It feels great. So R2 and L2 don't do anything. It's just L1 and R1. I just use a D-pad for that one. I've been doing that with the D-pad. One thing I can say about this controller is it seems like I'm pulling out the moves a lot more easier, but the heavy buttons, which are the L1, R1, it's kind of hard to press it down since you're on the sides of the controller almost. They're right here, so when I'm trying to do this, my finger naturally comes here, but this doesn't do anything in the game. So it comes right here, so I'm trying to, and I really can't get it. See, now I got it. So it's one thing with that controller. Okay. Alright, so now we're doing this controller. It's pretty much similar to the other one. It just looks different. It's the Famicom controller. So let's do a couple real quick. And I just changed the filter. I took off any filters, just arcade filter, all that stuff. I told you could look up videos on that, but I'll put on the original right now just to make it look like arcade. So we'll see how it plays. I like it better like this. It looks way better. So alright, so that's that. So alright, so here's my final impressions. Alright, so my final impressions for this is the worst controller right there to play, but usable. This one, if you had to choose between these two, get the Pro controller. That works great, except for the elevated D-pad. It still can pull off moves, but you're probably gonna kill your thumbs. Oh, we gotta press it on accident. Here we go. Alright, these are, I feel, the best ones. Especially that one. If you like old school throwback, this is the best one right here. This one's awesome because it has two options. This one only has the L and R buttons, which for these games you don't need the second one. Now Alpha, I think you do need it for Alpha. That's one thing I didn't get to try out in this video. But we can run through it real quick if you like. I like the border, it makes it look like it's at an arcade. Yeah, there's no R2 and L2 on this one. Oh my god, that looks so beautiful. That looks so good. I'd recommend, if you had to choose one controller to get and you don't have a Pro controller, I would probably say, simply just for this game, to get this controller right here, because this controller allows you to do everything. It gives you the benefits of a Pro controller, and it also gives you the benefit of playing any other game on the Switch that uses the Pro controller, because the Switch recognizes this as a Pro controller, so you can play Mario Kart and everything with it. I would have said this one, but this one, only certain games work with this controller due to the fact there's no analog sticks and there's no R2 and L2 buttons. These work awesome too, but I can't recommend them for this type of game because of the placement of the L1 and R1 buttons. They're too much on the side, and the controller is a little small controller, so it's good for kids. But these are a lot bigger. They feel exactly like the originals, except obviously for that part. But that's pretty much my impressions on the controllers. They all work, so they all are very serviceable. So whatever one you choose, you'll be able to play, but your enjoyment will probably come best with these guys right here. If you play with these, you are legendary. Alright, next time I see you, hopefully I'll be way better than what I was today. Alright guys, this is Resi Gaming Life.